Hey, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about how I've been able to generate millions of dollars online selling my knowledge, packaging that up as an online course or even a coaching, and how you can do the same thing and the best practices for doing so. Let's get into it. So firstly, if you're new here, my name is Penberthy. I help entrepreneurs and business owners grow their businesses online and generate more customers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on the bell notification. I put out a couple new videos like this every single week. But in today's video, I want to talk about one that is very important to me and important to my business model, which is selling my knowledge. This is something that is available to so many people and they don't realize it. You know, oftentimes when we try to start a business, we think about partnering up with someone else, or finding an affiliate offer, or joining a network marketing company, or whatever else to generate an income. We don't realize that actually there's stuff already in our heads that is worth something that we could pass on. You know, all you got to think about is you've got to assess your life right now and think, is there anything that is a hobby of mine, a passion or an interest where at least my knowledge is like one step in front of someone else? Like if you picture like a little stair set, right? You know, you might look at someone up here at the top who feels like at the top of their game, even though they've got a crooked neck. They're at the top of their game, and there's people down here that want to learn from them. So they're looking up at these people and thinking, oh yeah, I want to learn from them. And you're thinking, well, I'm only on this second step. So is someone really going to want to learn from me? Maybe that's in the fitness space. You might go, hey, look, I've learned a bunch of stuff about fitness. I'm really interested in it, but I'm not like these big Instagram celebrities or whatever else. Or perhaps you learned something about horse riding or dog training and you think, well, I'm not this like expert like the dog whisperer on TV, but I still have, as long as you are one step ahead of someone else, they've got something to look up at, right? So you can package up that knowledge that you have into a business. And I've not only done this for myself, but I've helped many, many customers and clients do the same thing. And I want to give you some of these best practices and how you go about doing this right here in today's video. So firstly, before I map out how you go about doing this, let me share a quick little bit of my story, because I've been on a journey of discovery as to what my passion is. I got started in business very young. I was about 16, 17 years old, going online, wasn't even old enough to get a PayPal account. So I had to do that through my dad, like just messing around with online stuff. And it took me a while to figure out what this passion actually was. And I eventually realized, fast forward 5 years, my passion is marketing. My passion is not necessarily growing a business, running a business, managing people. They're not my skill sets, right? I've been able to grow a team and have other people for that stuff. My passion, my excitement is derived from marketing something. How do you find someone who would be interested in finding a solution to a problem? How do you package up an offer that they would want? And then how do you connect those two people together? How do you use social media and the internet to find that person and put an offer in front of them? And it's been a very, very profitable skill set for me. But what's been fantastic is the ability to package up that knowledge into online courses. The first ever course that I taught was a YouTube advertising training, okay? I had figured out this weird little skill set where I could put a video on YouTube and get it ranked on Google, not just YouTube, but on Google. So you could actually have a video position on the first page of Google, and I was getting some eyeballs and some traffic. Didn't really have anything to sell, so there was nothing that was happening as a result, but it was just, I'd figured out this little skill, right? So I decided maybe someone else would like to learn this. Perhaps business owners who need to get traffic would like to learn this, or perhaps, I didn't know. I just thought, let's just teach this. So I packaged up a little online training course, 6 modules, a few lessons in each, and I just walked them through, just recording my screen. How you go about recording these videos, and then how you upload them to YouTube, how you target keywords and whatever else, and then how you get this thing ranked. I sold over $1 million of that one online course. And that opened my eyes. I remember thinking like, this is a whole new world. This is amazing. So I started launching other courses, and I was partnering up with someone who already has a skill set in some cases, and then launching a course with them. I was learning new skills myself. Email marketing became a topic. I launched a course on that. Webinars became a very profitable revenue stream for me, so I started teaching my webinar model, and so on and so forth. I've been able to generate close to $7 million online now, selling my knowledge in the form of online courses and also coaching. And I'll share with you those two models in a minute. I'm going to break down the subtle differences, but since going on this journey, I've taught other people how to do the same thing in a variety of industries. It doesn't just work for marketing education. I've got one couple who come to mind who came into one of my coaching programs, and they teach people how to ride a horse, and they needed help selling their online course. So we worked with them and we helped them, and they've now got up to $250,000 a month in revenue selling a course on how to ride a horse. Okay, that rhymes. A course on how to ride a horse. I like it. And then I've had, other people in the fitness space teaching people how to grow their fitness business, and they're doing 6 figures a month. I've got other people that are just doing, 10K a month and just rolling along nicely with that. Michaela came to us. She had a problem with alcohol, and she finally got sober and realized, man, there's so many women that need my help in doing the same thing. She wanted to launch a little course that teaches that. She's at $25,000 a month right now, selling that little course. So it works for all these different industries. So what you first need to think about, okay, which is actually step one, is the offer. What is it that you actually want to offer someone, okay? And this is what I've been able to do and what you need to think about as well. What's that hobby? What's that skill set? What's that passion? What's that thing that you're potentially one step ahead of someone else that they would be willing to invest to find out what you know that they don't, okay? And you can think about packaging this up in one of two ways. Okay, it can either be an online course and you'd sell that in the region of anywhere from $100 to $500 or perhaps even $1,000, and that would just be an online training area full of your training, perhaps some resources, perhaps even something like a Facebook group for all of your members to connect. The second option for an offer is a higher ticket coaching. So perhaps you don't want to just launch a course. You would rather work with someone one-on-one or one-to-many, but in the context of them actually getting a bit of your one-to-one time within that. Then you're going to think about doing something a bit more high ticket, right? Perhaps it's going to be $1,000 to $5,000 or even higher. And some of you are hearing that and you're going, is my knowledge really worth that? For some of you, you're in industries that, typically you'd charge £50 an hour to learn that thing. You're thinking, I really charge 5,000? Yes. Okay, it's all about changing the model, changing the perspective. Okay, it's definitely possible, and there's tons of videos on my channel that will go into this. So that's the first thing. Second thing, where things get a bit more interesting, is the funnel that you're going to use to sell this thing. Websites no longer will cut it, right? You can't just. People still nowadays get excited about a website, a logo, and a business card, right? These three things. You feel like you're in business when you have these three things. No, you don't. You have a page on the internet that no one's coming to. You have a business card you're probably never going to hand out, and you have a logo that no one actually really cares about. Okay, so you've got to think past that. That's not enough to grow a business. You've got to have a sales process that is actually going to lead someone to the sale, not just a, hey, here's a big billboard website of everything that we do and a contact us page and about us page. No, you need to have a sales process that leads someone through a series of steps that lead them to come and and sign up to the thing that you've got. Okay. Now for me, what that's been is it's been a webinar. Okay. Webinar, nothing has come close to being as profitable as a webinar. You've probably seen it, right? You come to a page from an ad and the person says, hey, come join my online web class. I'm going to teach you this. So you join the webinar, you get a ton of value, and they make you an offer at the end. That model has actually worked the best, okay? So you're going to have your capture page where they're going to register with the name and email. You're going to have your, this is going to get confusing, but your confirmation page. So they've registered now. Let's make that an R instead. Okay, registration page, confirmation page, the actual webinar itself, and then the offer, the next step. Okay, what's happening next? That's the process. Now I've got tons of videos on my channel that walk you through this process. I talk more about how you position the offer. I talk about the funnel. We've got a ton of videos about that on the channel, so come check that out. But this has been the most profitable vehicle for me when I'm selling my knowledge online. Now, there's two outcomes as a result of the webinar, okay? And this is step 3, actually making the sale, okay? So here's what's gonna happen. Actually, I'm gonna redraw that arrow because I want it to go somewhere different. I wanna have space to draw. So number 3 is the sale. Now there's 2 different outcomes that you can have at the end of your webinar. The first one is actually positioning your offer. So saying, hey, look, if you invest today in this offer, you're gonna get this. You're gonna describe what's in your offer. You're gonna say, it was this price, blah, 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 blah. It's not that anymore. You're only gonna pay, $9.95 or whatever it is. And people will come and they'll join and you'll get paid. Okay, that's the first way to do it. Now again, I know I'm making this sound quite simple. There's a bit that goes into this. I talk about it in the, in other videos in my channel. But essentially, that's the first thing, an immediate sale. So for some of you, you're saying, yeah, do you know what? I don't want to have to speak to people. I don't want to have to communicate. I just want to be able to do a webinar to many people at one time and then sell my course. So that's going to be the vehicle for you. And I've done this time and time again. I've got online courses that range from $100 to $1,000, and we sell them all from a webinar without having to speak to someone, okay? The second option is you're not going to position an offer. You're actually just going to position a phone call. And you're going to say to them, hey, if you've enjoyed the content of this webinar here today, I want to offer you a chance to speak to me or someone on my team, where we're going to talk you through, what you've got going on, where you're at, where you're stuck, and see if what we've got can help you. So then they'll have a phone call, and then the sale will actually happen on the phone. So this model here, okay, this model here is actually going to be for anything that up to around about, the top, I know this board's getting a bit messy, the absolute most is going to be like 2,000, okay? But don't forget to cut it down, make it 1,997. So that's really the maximum for this. So if you sell anything over 2,000, if you're looking to do a $5,000 package or 10,000, then you really need to have the phone call. And then this is where you then have the ability to sell 5K packages, 10K packages, okay? We've even got an offer that we sell for 20K, but it has to be done on the phone. You've got to have that human interaction. Someone needs to speak to someone before they make a $20,000 investment, okay? So that's the outcome, right? Webinar, you can either sell your knowledge straight away as a course, or you can position a high ticket thing and sell that on the phone. Now the final piece to this is number 4, which we're going to put down here, which are the ads. Okay, quickest way to start making some money in your business is not by trying to get free traffic, not by slaving away, producing content, hoping that an article will get picked up by Google, or your blog post will get found, or your Facebook Live will be seen by someone, or that stuff takes so much time, energy, and attention. You want to really focus on these 2 things. Get more people to this so that you can make some sales. So we need to learn what's called paid media. It's just running ads. Running an ad on YouTube, running an ad on Facebook, getting in front of someone in the right moment when they would most likely want what it is you've got to offer. You're going to be trying to find this person right here. And you're going to find them through keywords, you're going to find them through the things that they're following, the things that they're interested in. And we're trying to find this person, and we're trying to get them here. And the game that we're going to play, which is so interesting, is we just need to find a way to spend less over here on the ads. Let's say we spend $100, and that looks like 106. Let's say 106. Cost you 106 to run your ads. And out here, let's just say you make a $200 sale. Okay? Then you're 2 to 1 on your ad spend. Now, sometimes the numbers are even better than that, but let's just be really conservative. I would rather do that all day long. I'd rather take 50%, but have just run some simple ads to do so, than sell my soul to content creation. It's just not what I want to do. Okay, so you need to master paid traffic, and then as long as you're profitable on your paid ads, and like I said, sometimes it's better, sometimes it's 300 or 400, to 106. So as long as you're profitable, you can just run as many ads as you want to this webinar funnel, have people come through, and the whole thing, you just start to reinvest the profit back into the ads, and it just goes round and round and round. And this is how you can compound. This is how our coaching students have got up to not just $10,000 a month, but then 6 figures a month. And some of them are doing multiple 6 figures a month. It's how right now my company is doing multiple 7 figures every single year. It's selling our knowledge, but it's doing it through webinars and running paid ads. This is the model that you want, and this is the model that you guys should be using. So hey, hopefully this was helpful for you. I know there's a lot of moving parts to this. There's 2 things you can do. One is check out some other videos on my channel. Got a ton of other stuff that will help you. Second is if you want it all in one place, I have a free online training that you can register for. There's a link in the description box in the top comment, and that's going to walk you through this whole process, the ads, the funnel, the offer, how this whole thing works, but visually break it down for you with case studies and all this good stuff. So I think you should come check that out if you're trying to sell your knowledge online, or if you'd like to learn how you can do that. Do go ahead and check out that training. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and do that. Turn on the bell notification. Put out a couple new videos like this every single week. And finally, help me get the word out about this video if it was helpful by hitting the like button, drop me a comment, and I will see you again in a future video.